generic Yu-Gi-Oh hero. I have a whole army of monsters against you, and I have a handful of outrageous traps and spells. What are you going to do about it?
I must trust in the heart of the cards to pull through for me. No! God damn it, no! Why is that card even in my... And today's question today is, what is your favorite lead of all time? Not necessarily the best lead, but what is your favorite? As for me, I like Persian because Persian is cute, and Persian is good. So, here's a battle featuring a Persian. Hey guys, it's a battle with Mannyeon, who I met off the Serebii chat room. Actually, he has a YouTube account too he's planning to start. He doesn't have any videos yet, but check him out. I'll leave the link in the description. Anyway, I lead with Persian, he leads with Claydol, and I'm just going to fake out, then taunt. And I see the light screen, so I think that this is one of those dual screen explosion Claydols, which is a really cool lead, actually. And I'm just going to Hypnosis Freak the switch. I get the Machamp to sleep, and now I just U-turn to see what he switches into. And he goes into Blissey. So I go into Pinsir, and it's too soon to over-predict, and I decide just to go for the superpower. And this is my Choice Scarf Pinsir, which is pretty nice. But he predicts my fighting move and goes into Frostlass, and obviously fighting moves aren't going to do anything to Frostlass. So I have to switch, and I go into Metagross as he tricks, and he tricks me a Choice Scarf. And I decide just to go for the Meteor Mash. It'll be a one-hit KO on, what's-his-face, Frostlass. But actually, he's still faster than me and gets a confusion off, and I hurt myself with my confusion, which is like, lol, I mean, come on, crap. He had a 50% chance to die there. And actually, this guy is the most lucky person I've seen with confusion ever. Like, this guy, I think I might hit, like, two or three times when I'm confused in this battle against him. Again, and I get confused a whole lot. But, anyway, he goes into Venusaur, and I go into Togekiss as he sets up the Leech Seed, which, yeah, whatever. So I decided to just go for the Thunder Wave on the switch, but he makes a pretty good play and switches into Blissey, who has Natural Cure. And I just want to switch to get rid of the Leech Seed, and I don't think he can do a whole lot to Metagross, so I go into Metagross, and he gets the Parahax, and this Blissey actually gets paralyzed, or Parahax a lot in this battle, which is funny. But anyway, I go for the Meteor Mash, and it hits the Frostlass. And I don't really know what he's thinking, sending in Frostlass. But in any regard, he does send in Frostlass, and it does get taken down to the Meteor Mash. So there you go. Now he goes back into Claydol, and I really don't feel good about my chances, so I decide to switch into Persian. And he sets up a Reflect, which is kind of annoying. I'm just going to take a free Fake Out, and I get a crit, which is kind of cool. And, yeah, I decide just to now go with the Taunt, but he predicts my Taunt quite nicely, nice prediction, and he just goes for the Earth Power. And, yeah, it's going to take Persian down to about half, which is kind of annoying, and now I'm just going to U-turn out. And, yeah, he stays in a Claydol, so I decide to go into Togekiss predicting the Earth Power, and he does go for the Earth Power, which is nice, because Togekiss is immune. So anyway, I decide to go for the Air Slash, but he makes an obvious prediction and goes into Blissey. And, of course, that's not good for Togekiss. And, yeah, I decide just to T-Wave for the hell of it. And he actually gets Parahax that turn, so which is, you know, pretty lols. So anyway, I decide to go into Claydol of my own to set up Stealth Rocks as he Aromatherapy. So not only does that remove the Paralyze from Blissey, but that also removes the Sleep from Machamp, so that's not good at all. He goes into Venusaur as I set up my Stealth Rocks, and I really don't want to take a Grass move, so I just go into Togekiss. And he predicts, I guess, a switch or something, and goes for the Sleep Powder, and Togekiss is asleep, which just isn't fun. So anyway, I decide to switch into Persian as he roars and goes, and I go back into Togekiss, so that was kind of pointless. And I decide to predict the roar again and just burn a turn of sleep on Togekiss, and I get put into Jolteon. And I really don't want anything bad to happen to Jolteon, so I go back into Togekiss as he goes back into Blissey, and obviously this isn't too great for me. So I decide to, you know what, just burn another turn of sleep, but he goes for the Wish, and that's not good because I know he's going to heal Claydol. So I do the only thing I can do, go into Persian, which is a pretty good counter to Claydol, just so I can set up the taunt or something again. But he does get the Wish on Claydol, and I'm just going to fake out, taunt it, and he's going to... Actually, no, I don't taunt it. I decide to go for the Hypnosis instead here. But my Hypnosis misses, so that's kind of bad. And he's going to predict the Hypnosis again and go into Blissey, who has Natural Cure, like I said. But, yeah. Homosexual Blissey, it seems to dodge the Hypnosis as well. So I decide to say, what the hey, I'll go for it again. So I go for the Hypnosis again, and finally I am able to lull the homosexual Blissey to sleep. So, Blissey's asleep. And he goes out into Machamp, and yeah, I just taunt because I thought he would stay into Blissey, but guess not, or I don't even know what I was thinking. So I go for the Hypnosis, and because it's not breaking Sleep Clause, Blissey has Natural Cure, so she's not asleep anymore. So yeah, I get the Machamp asleep, which is not bad at all, and I go for a U-turn, and I get it off on the Blissey. So now I decide to go into Pinsir, and I'm kind of thinking I'll scare it away into Claydol, so I decide to go for the X-Scizor. But actually he decides to stay in, and I hit the X-Scizor on Blissey, and it looks to be a 2-hit KO, which would be pretty awesome for me. So I decide just to, you know what, stay in, go for the X-Scizor again, and yeah, I go for the X-Scizor, and he doesn't want to lose Blissey quite yet, so he goes into Venusaur, and yeah, it does about half to Venusaur, but it looks just shy of the 2-hit KO, so I decide just to go for it again. I don't think Venusaur can do anything to me, and he just roars me out. So that's pretty awesome. I got Venusaur to red health, practically for nothing, for free, so yeah, I'll take it. I decide to switch into Pinsir, predicting his switch, and he goes into Claydol. And he doesn't really want anything else to take damage, so I just go for the X-Scizor, and he lets me kill his Claydol, which is awesome. And that removes the Psychic typing, so I can spam Superpower if I wanted to from Pinsir. But he goes into Machamp, and I kind of make a misplay and go into Persian. There's not a whole lot Persian can do to a sleeping Machamp, except for like fake out, then run away with U-turn. So that's what I do, just get some damage on it. But I probably shouldn't have done that. Just went straight into Claydol. But yeah, Claydol has excellent typing, which allows it to be either resistant or immune to most of the attacks that Machamps are carrying. So I decide just to stay in, wither the Machamp down, hopefully PP stall it a bit, and this is really the boring part of the battle. And yeah, I'm just really wanting, when Claydol goes down, his sub to be gone. That's what I'm really hoping for. But unfortunately, Earth Power it only 2-hit KOs the sub, so this is not going to end too well. And on top of that, is getting pretty lucky with the confusion on Dynamic Punch. He usually like I said, Claydol usually hurts himself in his confusion. So, like I said, this guy's really lucky with confusion. So anyway, I do, you know, get another Earth Power off there as he continues Dynamic Punch me, and I'm counting how many times he uses Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge, because both of them are 8 PP moves, and I just want to see how much he has. Well, technically 5 PP, but 8 PP in the competitive format, because everyone... You have to pretty much use PP maxes. Most people use them. So anyway, he's just going to continue Dynamic Punch as I continue to try to break the sub. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to break this sub because of confusion hacks. So yeah, that kind of blows. So yeah. Claydol goes down here, and I was able to wither down the Machamp a little and get his PP to a respectably low level, but oh well. I go into Persian, and I just go into Persian to break the sub with Fake Out, and he does let me break the sub and just T-punches me, which kills Persian, but now I can not afraid of the sub anymore. And I think Metagross can do quite a bit of damage with Meteor Mash to it, so I decide just to go for that. I mean, Machamp has no guard, so Meteor Mash has a 100% accuracy against it. But he decides just to go into Venusaur's Death Fodder, and I'm able to kill the Venusaur. He actually predicted the Explosion, I think, but my Metagross doesn't carry Explosion. Most Agilagrosses don't, and same with this one. But anyway, he goes back into Machamp, after seeing I don't have explosion, and I go for the meteor mash, and it just barely survives, which kind of makes me sad. And this is the confusion that matters. And I actually, he doesn't get confusion hacks for once. I'm able to get the meteor mash off, and that'll KO the Machamp. So he goes into Mannyeon, the Pokemon he was pretty much saving the entire fight. And I go into Jolteon, pretty much just to remove the confusion on Metagross. But, yeah, he predicts my Thunderbolt and goes Rest, because Mannyeon, even though he's X4 weak to electricity, he still has pretty epic special defense, but his physical defense isn't as great, so I'm able to take him down with Thunder Punch on Metagross. And all he has left is Blissey, and he's not going to be able to do anything with this either. So, yeah, good game, Mannyeon. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and check him out. He probably will be posting battles soon, he said. So, yeah, just check him out. And peace, guys.